Hey guys, this is Senakari, the #1 Lu fan, and you might be surprised I'm actually talking in the video for once. Well, since I've started live streaming, I've wanted to try and get used to talking to an audience more, so I'd like to give this approach a try in my usual videos. Just in case, as you can see already, I'm going to add subtitles to the video, just in case some things that I say are a little bit hard for you guys to understand. I'd appreciate it if you would let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see me do more of these videos vocally, rather than you having to read a whole bunch of writing on the screen. But with that, god damn it. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. I'm going to be briefly reviewing each of the changes to Diangelion, I don't know, DG in the balance patch today, as well as share my opinions on the changes. I'll start off with the universal heavy trait changes, then I'll move on to Manic Demon Form first, Manic Demon Form Destruction, and the Awakened Will passive for Demonio. With the changes to the heavy trait, the attack power boost has been increased to 144% and the cooldown increase has been decreased to 120%. The 4% attack power increase is nothing really to go crazy over. At the end of the day, a damage boost is still a damage boost. The cooldown decrease, however, is great for Demonio, as it allows us to use our already high cooldown strength skills more often. Land Crasher's cooldown drops from 18 seconds to 14, Mod Land Crasher's cooldown drops from 22 seconds to 18. Sinister Mind's cooldown drops from 25 seconds to 20. Demonic Rush's cooldown drops from 25 seconds to 20. And finally, Abyss Extinction's cooldown drops from 33 seconds down to 26. I know this wasn't in the patch today, but I wanted to just quickly touch upon this passive change. I'll be using Desperado to show the changes. You now gain 15% attack power instead of add damage when close to a target. After 3 Desperados from afar, the total damage was roughly 17 mil. After 3 Desperados up close, the total damage was around 20 million. A lot changed with this passive, so I'll try to break it down. First, you get a higher permanent critical increase of 13%, and you also gain a 7% critical damage and 13% maximized buff. Here's the catch though. You can only get this buff if you transform out of your Manic Demon form. After transforming as normal, the moment you hit the C key, or the timer runs out, you'll get this buff which lasts for 30 seconds. If you were looking at the crits earlier, you can see that I was hitting 13,021 per Z. And with this newly acquired buff, I saw hitting 13,558 crits. However, this passive loses 2 effects: the cooldown reduction on all skills when getting kills, and the debuff duration decrease. Now I'm going to test the damage of Mod Dog Plasma with and without the Manic Demon Form Destruction buff. Using Aura of Punishment, Phantom Circle, Bloodlust, the damage buff from Altar of Evil, Awakening, and keeping myself below 25% HP for the Indomitable Will Force passive, that gives me a total of 106 million damage. Now we'll use Altar of Evil first and turn back to normal to get the Manic Demon Form Destruction buff. Using all the skills and buffs I mentioned previously, we now hit a total of 110 million damage. This change is relatively simple. The effect activates regardless of your current combination points, so you have the passive active 24/7. So now that we've looked at each of the changes, I'll talk about my opinions on each of them. First up, heavy trait changes. Well, as I said before, more damage is more damage, and I can't really complain if something does its job better than before. But the thing that really stands out to me is the cooldown changes. This makes cycling around your skills much easier, as most of Demonio's best skills have relatively long cooldowns. I don't have anything else to complain about really, it's a good change. Next, Manic Demon Form first. Same thing as the heavy trait changes. More damage makes me happy. Losing that damage is an acceptable loss, especially in PvE where it doesn't matter too much, and we have Bloodlust to give us 20% for that stat anyway. Manic Demon Form Destruction. I honestly don't know how to feel about this change. The damage increase is great and all, but it's not like the previous two where something was changed and nothing or something of a smaller value was lost. We lose out on cooldown reduction per kill, which pretty much reduces Shrewd Cutter's ability to be very fast at mob clearing. I guess we should be glad that the Codex Gigas passive wasn't nerfed. I mean, if you add up all the free stats we get from these passives, we get plus 20% to both critical and maximized stats, and we also have Phantom Circle to push the maximize to 50%. This sounds good on paper, but with this new combat power system, we can't allocate stats into other ones, otherwise we risk reducing our combat power by a large amount. Basically, we're forced to have a large amount of excess stat investment just to play the endgame dungeons, and I don't exactly like that at all. Awakened World Demonio. It should still be called Awakened World UCL. Anyway, the good, we no longer get punished and lose a whole passive for staying over 5 CP. The bad, we get punished regardless. We now have a permanent minus 100 light resist. We have Bloodlust to mitigate the stun, but that is 72 MP or 120 MP, and it only lasts between 10 and 13 seconds. And we can't use Bloodlust in the Manic Demon forms, so if we're petrified or stunned while we're transformed, then we have to wait even longer for it to wear off now thanks to the new changes to the passives. But that's all I have to say about the changes for now. If you stuck with me and my fast talking, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll be on the lookout for more Diangelion news for you guys. Until next time.